Just how many ways can you leap off a block, bounce off the head of a mushroom, or explore a strange 2D land? If this year's list of platformers is anything to go by, then quite a few, Guy.
But Mark, just because this genre has been around since the actual dawn of time doesn't mean there isn't innovation to be had.
That's true. There's been Trine 2, there's been Spelunky, and both, on the indie side of things. And then you've got a new Super Mario Bros. Wii U, which brought a new controller thingy to the fore and made going down pipes still just as much fun as ever.
There are plenty of good platformers out there, but there can only be one winner. Let's find out what it is.
The nominees for Platformer of the Year are Closure, New Super Mario Bros. U, Sound Shapes, Spelunky, Trine 2, and the winner is Spelunky.
Spelunky.
Spelunky! So why Spelunky as Platformer of the Year?
I've never played anything like Spelunky before.
The configurations of the stages change every single time, but they still feel challenging.
You know what's fun too is dropping a rock on your own head, taking damage. It's great.
I think for me it's a sort of ideal combination of traditional platforming elements and totally new platforming elements. The controls feel just immediately super responsive and terrific. Platformers should feel a certain way. They should be fun to control, and Spelunky is so fun to control.
You kind of have to earn everything you do, and it's all about exploration, it's all about discovery, and it's all about perseverance, because that game is hard.
Oh, dude. Explosive frogs, those barf mummies, the little worms inside the big worm's stomach, that crazy Black Knight with the shield.
It gave me everything that I put into that game, it gave back tenfold.
Your jumping feels great, your air control is just perfect, it's all really responsive and fun. It's got traditional platformer elements. You bop enemies on the head and they die or they get hurt, much like Super Mario Brothers. You have all kinds of traps and hazards to avoid.
It's all the different combinations of traps and hazards.
Snakes, or more spiders, or a giant pool at the bottom with a mega piranha, or the skies are filled with horrible little aliens and their mother brain is shooting psychic beams of death at you. Or it's just dark. Can't see anything. You gotta carry a torch with you. Good luck rescuing the maiden. Say goodbye to your shotgun. God damn it, Spelunky.
It has this great kind of Indiana Jones style adventure feel, which is not something that you get from platformers very often. So immediately it's got the terrific controls of a classic platformer. It's got all these wonderful elements of exploration and adventure.
It captures the imagination in a way that other platformers don't.
All I can say is look down. Look down. You're gonna fall in spikes. You're gonna miss that snake's head. Look down. Drop a rope if you need to. But just look down, because otherwise there will inevitably be a man trap there waiting to gobble you up.
So Spelunky is a pretty great platformer this year, simply because the game is randomized every single time you play it, but it still works. Everything still fits together very well.
But you combine those traditional platforming elements then with all of this kind of more unusual stuff, with the random generated world that's different every time you play, and that gives you items to collect and places to explore and secrets to discover.
I don't know what sort of coding wizardry went into it, but every single time I load it up, it's always a fun, engaging stage that's challenging, but you don't ever get stuck at the same time. So I think being able to execute on that time and time and time and time again is worthy of merit.
It just created a platforming experience that was both so classic and immediately evocative of what we all want in a platformer, and yet at the same time felt really fresh and completely new.
So I think that even though this has been a great year for platformers, this one rises above by being more than a platformer, by delivering on more than our expectations.